Hey everyone, thanks for joining us for this episode of Recruiter's Digest, where we're going to dig into employee engagement and why that's important. So stats show that 67% of employees are disengaged from the workplace, which is a really high number. And again, this is usually the first sign of an employee turning over and leaving your organization is because they first become disengaged. So what are some examples of what this could look like? Again, I may look at comparisons of like, hey, of what this person, how they used to perform and maybe how they're performing now. So if you see, a performance decrease or, becoming inconsistent with showing up on time. Other things could be, are they engaged with the team or not? Like, are they engaging with conversation? Maybe they once, were very talkative and interacted a lot with team members, and now they just seem very disengaged. Again, these are signs of what a disengaged employee looks like, and how you can determine that, all right, there could be some things to work on. So, but again, the macro level, 67% of people actually fit in this category. So let's talk about ways that we can improve engagement in the workplace. So we're going to cover 4 things here in this section. So first thing is the quality of leadership and managers in your organization. A lot of people leave organizations simply because I hated my boss. We hear this all the time. And so looking at and analyzing the leadership of your company and the managers at whatever level can be a really big lever in looking at the engagement of an employee. Like, a good leader pulls engagement out of their team and draws them into the organization. So that's number 1. Number 2 is, do your people feel heard when they have an idea or a concern? And again, this often comes to the manager because this is usually who they bring these concerns to. Is that received? Like, even, I don't care if it's a good idea or a horrible idea, your people need to feel that they're heard and that their ideas matter. If someone brings an idea to a manager and the first 2 seconds or even after the presentation of this idea, they feel like there's just no hope of anything ever changing. Again, that's really going to affect their engagement and how they feel about working in their position. Third thing is, do they feel like they're contributing to a bigger mission or a purpose? And the work that they do every day, is it attached to that bigger purpose or mission of the organization? We want to feel like the work we do every day, the hard work we do every day, that is contributing to something more than just getting that work done every day and the paycheck by the end of the week. Again, those things are important, like money and how much I make. But again, we want to feel like our work is meaningful and that is contributing to a bigger purpose. So that really comes back to communicating the brand of your company and the purpose, and understanding that and communicating that to every team member, a part of your organization. The last thing is, do your employees feel overworked? So this is a tough one, especially in today's reality as far as the workforce goes. A lot of companies are understaffed, and that just puts more of a stress and a workload on the existing team members. Again, the long-term goal should be to diminish that workload and that stress on each individual team member and communicating that to your team. But then, even if that is the reality, making sure your people are rewarded for working extra or working hard. Again, number 1, at least let them know that they're heard, and make sure that that is recognized. But again, then you can also think of creative ways that you can alleviate some of their, again, just do intentional things, maybe every month or every quarter, that could contribute to, hey, we recognize you're working really hard, maybe take this certain time period and let's do something fun or do something outside of just work and working really hard. So those are a couple things there. Again, going back to in the beginning here, again, the stats show that the majority of workers are actually disengaged in the workforce, which I feel is a big problem. And so this is a very important thing to look at in your organization, and often the reason why you might have higher turnover in your organization than you want. So we have a few more ideas here in a downloadable that you can, we'll link to it here in the description, of more ways that you can engage your workforce. So feel free to click the link in the description to download that and to really dig into this subject a bit deeper. But for this episode, that's what we got for you, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.